Is it against the law to not follow an IEP? An Individualized Education Plan, or IEP, is a written document that outlines the educational plan for an individual student with special needs. It may be developed at any point during the school year, but it should be reviewed annually and revised as needed. An IEP helps to ensure that each child's unique strengths are identified and addressed, while their areas of need are also considered. What are the legal requirements of an IEP? By law, an IEP must include specific information about the child and the educational program that has been designed to meet the child's unique needs. An IEP must detail 1. The child's present levels of academic achievement and functional performance. 2. The child's measurable annual goals. 3. How the child's progress toward meeting annual goals will be measured and when periodic progress reports will be provided. 4. The services and the program modifications to be provided for the child. 5. The extent to which the child will participate in school activities with non-disabled children. 6. Accommodations for the child on state and district-wide assessments. 7. The projected date for the beginning of the services and modifications. 8. The anticipated frequency, location, and duration of services and modifications. And 9. Post-secondary goals and transition services. Current academic and functional performance. Every IEP must include a statement of the child's present levels of academic achievement and functional performance that explains how the child's disability affects their involvement and progress in the general education curriculum. For preschool children, an IEP must also address how the disability affects the child's participation in appropriate activities, and for children whose IEPs allow them to take alternative assessments aligned to alternate achievement standards, the IEP must include a description of benchmarks or short-term objectives. Measurable annual goals. IEPs must articulate measurable annual goals for the child, including academic and functional goals that are designed to meet the child's educational needs that result from their disability and enable the child to be involved in and make progress in the general education curriculum. Each child's IEP must also include a description of how the child's progress toward meeting these annual goals will be measured, and it must include an outline of a schedule for when periodic progress reports will be provided. Services and program modifications. Another legal requirement for an IEP is that it must contain a statement of the special education and related services, as well as supplementary aids and services to be provided to the child. The services and aids the child is to receive must be based on a peer-reviewed research as much as possible. The IEP must also include a statement of the program modification or supports for school personnel that will be provided in order for the child to 1. Advance appropriately toward attaining their annual goals. 2. Be involved in and make progress in the general education curriculum. 3. Participate in extracurricular activities and other non-academic activities. 4. Be educated and participate with other children with disabilities and non-disabled children. Accommodations for state and district-wide assessments. IEPs must also describe any individual appropriate accommodations necessary to measure the child's academic achievement and functional performance on state and district-wide assessments. When the IEP team determines that the child will take alternate assessments on a particular state or district-wide assessment of student achievement, the IEP must explain why the child cannot participate in the regular assessment and why the particular alternative assessment selected is appropriate for the child. Transition services. There are special requirements for the first IEP that will be in effect when the child is 16 years old. First, the IEP must establish appropriate measurable post-secondary goals based on age-appropriate transition assessments. Those assessments are related to hiring, education, employment, and, where appropriate, independent living skills and transition services. That includes courses of study needed to assist the child in reaching those goals. Additionally, not later than 1 year before the child reaches the state age of majority under state law, the IEP must include a statement that the child has been informed of the educational rights that will transfer to them upon reaching the age of majority. When should I contact an education attorney? The IEP process is meant to be non-adversarial and collaborative. In an ideal world, this would mean that schools and parents would work together to develop appropriate and comprehensive IEPs for disabled children without needing to involve education attorneys. Unfortunately, we do not live in an ideal world, and the IEP process often becomes confrontational when school districts refuse to cooperate. If the district refuses to provide your child with the individualized services they need, it's time to contact an education attorney. Have questions? Call or email anytime. We protect students and parents like you every day. Thanks for watching.